Okay, hey, what's up? This is your girl, Nicole Reloaded, sitting here in the parking lot, and I said, well, let me just go live real quick while I ain't doing nothing. Let's see if we can have a little kiki. They say that is going down now at the trial, that the judge then lied. I mean, not lied. They yelled at the prosecution and yelled at the prosecution and the defense. Sounds like more of the defense at the Diddy trial. How you doing? How do you pronounce your name? Shara King Black. Hello, how are you? Good morning to you. This ain't Shakeem, is it? Shakeem, that's new to the B sector that went to Las Vegas, or is this somebody else? I don't know if you can hear me. But anyway, yeah, they said that it's going down. It's going down in the Diddy courtroom. I'm just sitting here in the parking lot chilling, waiting to be called to go into the dentist. Trying to keep myself looking good. Okay, that's what's up. Thank you. Thank you. Is this Shakim Ra from the Umar sector that went to Las Vegas with Ness? Or is this the other? Well, anyway, y'all thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Anyway, I haven't really been following. I've been following the Diddy trial, but I haven't really talked about it. It's okay, Chakra King. Okay, thank you, Chakra King. He said, let me let me help this child pronunciate. Okay, let's go see what's going on the Diddy trial. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. Cause Armon and got I need to pin that. Shock. Look, let me help her pronunciate. Shock. Raw. Come on, class. Dumb as rocks. Come on, it's only a few of us in here. Can we get some thumbs up? Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up or thumbs it down. Either way, you came around. But do something, do something, do something. Okay, let me find it, y'all. Because something went on. They say Sean P. Diddy Combs trial live. They said there's some special agent. They thought they were going to be talking about juror number 7. Now, juror number 6, from what I was told, was a 41-year-old black male, and he was dishonest during his questioning to be a juror. So he was dishonest about where he lived, and I don't know what else he was dishonest about, but he wasn't honest about a few things. So that's why he got removed from the jury pool. So they pulled in I can't even think what it's called when they have an extra juror. They thought that when they went in this morning, because they were called in early, okay, and Tisa Tell said that the judge was highly angry, and that he admonished the whole courtroom. So he's asking for cell phones. There was some, I don't know if it's witness tampering. Somebody let information out to the blogs, okay, about something that only the prosecution and only the defense knows. Somebody is leaking information to the press. Is it DJ Academics? Is somebody leaking information over there to DJ Academics? Okay. What is DJ Academics? Is it him? Look, I don't even know if it's him. I'm just covered up with stuff. Let me see. We're going to find out. But when they find out, who leaking information to the blogs, and then they trying to, the press, not all the press, but the press is hating on the YouTubers. Thank you, alternate juror, right? Okay, that's that good CBD early in the morning. Not only can I not pronunciate, I come up with new shit. Okay, let's listen to this.
Attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs plan to complete their cross-examination of his ex-girlfriend this morning. The woman going by the pseudonym Jane became emotional in court yesterday when she read loving messages between her and Combs. She was also questioned about their drug use at a so-called sobriety party in 2023. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman joins us once again from outside the courthouse there in Lower Manhattan. Katrina,
right, the remix.
What is the defense trying to prove here with its cross-examination of Jane? Because things really did get emotional yesterday.
Can y'all hear it?
Yeah, Errol, they really did. Jane has cried a lot on the stand. It's clear that she's still in love with Sean Combs.
Jane was on that booger sugar.
But what the defense is really trying to show...
Oh, shit, that didn't... How that... Wait a minute. Wait, I didn't know my phone could do that. Hold on.
About these acts
Wait, did y'all see?
She
Y'all
chose
see?
to do them. She knew what her partner liked,
Hold on.
and she wanted to please him.
It typed
many
it in
times
there.
yesterday, Jane
I didn't know it
answered,
could do that.
Unfortunately, yes. When
Jane was
asking
on that
her
booger
questions,
sugar.
when they were talking about groups that she was a part of and how she chose to be a part of them. So really, they want to negate this idea that the prosecution is trying to show that she was lied to or that there was some kind of coercion for her to participate in these sex acts, because that goes to their sex trafficking charge. What the defense wants to show is that she was jealous of his other relationships, that she chose to do this, and that she was really and is still really in love with him, Errol.
And Katrina, the judge is now considering the prosecution's request.
Hey, what's up, Eagles? Where's your wrench?
Why is that?
So
Where's
we
Eagles
haven't
Wrench
gotten
at?
that many details on it, but what the government has said is they believe juror number 6 has a lack of candor. That could potentially mean that they feel like during the voir dire of jury selection, that juror wasn't completely honest.
Oh,
I
guess that's just YouTube.
Sure
He got his
what they're
wrench.
implying. The defense, on the other hand, wants this juror to stay, Errol. They've called this a thinly veiled attempt to try to get rid of a black juror.
All right, Katrina Kaufman with more of the details from inside the courthouse. Katrina, thanks.
Okay, so they got rid of the juror. That's juror number 6. Let's see what this is.
As federal prosecutors near the end of their case against Sean Combs, they're highlighting one of the charges that he faces that hasn't gotten as much attention, and that's transportation to engage in prostitution. The jury is seeing a series of text messages, flight records, itineraries, hotel stays, and those messages are from Sean Combs to one of the male escorts.
I wonder, was it that guy with the
having
six-pack?
sex with Cassie Ventura.
He was beating that
This is a
coochie
guy
up.
named Jules, and they saw text messages, Jules and Combs arranging a date. This one was from December 2009. The hotel where he would
This is
stay,
on
the
my nerve.
London Hotel.
I'm lazy. I don't want
in
to hold
New
it,
York,
y'all. I'm tired.
And the flight would take
Let the white man
that
sit right there.
December
Y'all see
from
him.
LA to JFK. And all of these taken together, federal prosecutors hope to convince the jury that Combs was arranging transportation for the purposes of prostitution. We also learned today the defense...
Okay, we got to learn now. You cannot be transporting, even if the people are down to get down, you cannot transport Uchi Wally Wally and Wang Dang across state lines. You got to buy the Uchi Wally Wally in the state where you're at to prevent a RICO. You shouldn't be buying no booty. But what I was wondering about, okay, Armon, he interviewed a dancer. And the man got body. I'm like, damn, I know it's no, I don't think that some of the men, I think, man, she would sniff that powder. And the spread eagle and was getting, I think some of that was enjoyed. I think it was good. it was good until it wasn't. Because, the other ex-girlfriend, or I don't know if she current or what, because Diddy's still paying this lady's bills that's on the stand, which is allegedly, I don't know. They saying that 50 Cent over there having a whole fit and about to take the baby mama to court and ask for full custody because she was, sniffing that powder and using baby oil and things that she shouldn't have done. So I don't know if that the witness, the girlfriend that they're referring to, is that. I wonder, is that the information that got leaked? I wonder because they were saying who this lady was on the stand. Okay, somebody in trouble.
Does plan to put on a case. Will it include Sean Combs? We're not sure he's going to testify, but one of his former employees apparently is a woman named Vashta Dunlap, who was a human resources executive at Bad Boy. As federal prosecutors near the end of their case against Sean.
Okay, because the prosecutors are at the end of their case. Okay. Let me see if let me see. Okay, here go the Punisher. The Punisher was beating it up. They say he was down there to the hotel rooms, beating it up. I don't know. I haven't heard none of the strippers or anything say that the women look like they didn't enjoy it.
Today, the jury.
And then some of the men couldn't get hard. Let me put in Armon Wiggins. Armon Wiggins, he bringing the tea. Armon Wiggins, he's bringing the tea.
Is this just in? I'll wait for some of you guys to get in here today. We are live at the courthouse. I'll wait for some of y'all to come on in. Come on in. Child, we just got here. It's been a lot going on.
There we go.
Y'all know I don't usually do these little lives like this, but when it's hot, it's hot.
Let me
so I gotta
speed
get
him
in
up.
here when it's hot. Let me see if I can even have my notes, child. What? Are y'all here? Hurry up, get in here.
Y'all gotta get in there. What he say?
Get in here real quick. Get in here real quick. So, we go in today. Court starts right. It's been one of them days today. Let me tell you something. They've been trying it with these lines. I done already had to crash out on 2 people. Somebody else had me up today. I done been going off. It's been a lot going on. It's raining. Everybody is on edge today. I don't know what's the energy in the courtroom today at the courthouse with this trial, but it's a lot going on. So we walk in early, okay? Let me take this gum out. We come out early into the courtroom. Court starts at 8. The judge just starts going in, basically saying, hey, there's an article.
Uh-oh. What happened? What happened, y'all? Oh, come on now.
That has been put out to the press that was released under seal. So there were some sealed exhibits that only the prosecution and the defense had access to. Some way, somehow or another, that information got put out to the public. Now, we don't know what article it is, but the judge basically said somebody violated the court order and released Seek info. The article flagrantly violated the court order. Court order local.
Child, come on. Cox Mobile is a hater. Come on.
23C1 or 21 and 23C. So they are subject to discipline if this happens again. Like, he's not playing. So they're under investigation right now. He said if it happens again, it's going to be a complete investigation where the head attorneys for both sides of the case, the prosecution and the defense, will have to be subject to releasing their phones, text documents, emails, and they would have to get on the stand, and there would have to be testimony. So they would get tried like.
Come on. Look, I'm snapping my fingers like that's going to make it do something. It says that all my bars are up.
Criminally. He's not playing with them, okay? They said the court imposed a gag order to everyone that was included on the defense. So, you know, Diddy, everyone included, everyone affiliated with him. Gag order. Nobody could talk about sealed documents. No one. Not the prosecution, not the defense, and none of their affiliates. All right. If anything happens again, lead counsel is going to be held accountable. So the lead counsel will be held accountable if something happens again. The judge said everybody is on notice. Okay. If this happens again, people will be put on trial, subject to trial, witness testimony. It could be tried.
Come on. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see. Y'all make sure y'all thumbs up. Hold on. Let me see if the app needs to be updated. Nope, it doesn't need to be updated. It must be the area I'm in.
Okay.
But I got all bars.
And so when he asked him, he asked Comey, he said, hey, Comey, do you know what's going on with this article, how this information got out? She said, no, that's the prosecution lead attorney. Then he asked Agnifilo, which is the defense lead attorney, do you know how any of this information got out and where this article came from? He said, no. And he said, well, clearly somebody in here is lying. Somebody's lying because it was only you guys in here in the respectful parties. Everything was closed. Members of the public weren't in here. The press wasn't in here. So
who y'all think, what side do y'all think leaked the information? Was it P. Diddy's side or was it the prosecution? Because you know that this is, I don't know. Of course, I support victims. I do. It's just, to me, from what I've seen, it looks like an extreme domestic violence case. I do believe that Diddy is guilty for transporting wang dang, hot dogs and baby oil and Astroglide and Uchi Wally Wally across the United States of these Americas. He is guilty of that. Get a man 10 years and let's get back on and let's see. And I'm ready for Ricos for all those other Caucasians that have broken the law, because this is what these stars do. They order coochie. They have to fly them in because they're all around the world. They committing crimes like 95 going south. All I'm saying is, if Diddy guilty, line the rest of them up. Just throw them all in there, and let the young people become the new stars, the millennials and stuff, because they all freaks. I told you I live down here in Vegas. And my thing is, prostitution is legal in a certain area in Nevada. Why didn't they just rent out the bunny ranch? They could have had all the baby oil, cocaine and everything else that they wanted. Okay.
Somebody sent this information out and then got into the press. So I don't know who's lying. There's a lot of craziness going on. People are wanting their narrative spun. I don't know. It's a lot of the media's in here. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. A lot of people, I don't know what article this is, and I'm not talking about a specific content creator. I'm not talking about a specific media company. I don't know who it is. I'm not even alluding to anybody. But these different sides, whether you're the defense or the prosecution, they are trying to side with the media, and they are trying to put their story out. No one is exempt, and I don't know who it is. I feel like the prosecution is playing games with certain people. I feel like the defense is playing games with certain people. You don't know who's in bed with who and who's talking. We don't even know what the article is yet that got put out. But it's getting messy. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's in bed and leaking stuff, and the judge is putting everyone on notice today and investigating everybody in the case. Not us, not the public, not members of the media. These are people of counsel. They're getting investigated. So it's a lot going on. How did the judge find out? I don't know. I don't know how the judge found out. We don't even know what article it is. The judge won't even tell us what article it is because they don't want us, I guess, to blow the article up even more. But apparently something happened on Friday. I don't know if it was when they went into the back room, we had that extended break, but it was some information that was under seal that got released to the public. And then they asked both parties, did you guys know what outlet or who was the one that published this article, or like how this got out? Everybody was acting oblivious. Everybody was acting like they didn't know anything. They don't know how it got out. They don't know how the information got there. So it's a lot going on. Let me go and ask a few people if, they know what the vibe is.
Oh, I wonder who it was, because they say that I'm just saying allegedly, they saying that you know, Academics is getting his hands on a whole lot of tea over there. So did it get dropped down in the chat? Did they drop it down in one of the chats? Because I know a lot of the YouTubers and content creators have made it very clear, if you drop this witness name, because some people know and some people don't know, of course, but do not drop the name down in the chat. Do not reveal who Jane Doe is. So if the YouTubers weren't even in there, or, you know, part of the press to even know what this is, then it's definitely somebody leaking. Are we heading towards a mistrial? Are lawyers going to jail? What did we find out is the prosecution? What?
So they basically saying, you know, the source of the article came from somebody that was in that motherfucking courtroom. Child. Oh.
Armon Wiggins.
People are saying that they violated 23C1. What is 23C1? I'm about to Google it. Okay, let's Google it for us now. Okay. It's a court order. Okay. It's a court order. Right. So, according to Google, a violation listed as 23C1 generally pertains to regulations related to parking and traffic control. So that can't be right. Oh, but in the context of New York City traffic regulations, particularly found in the NYC Department of Finance list of violation codes, Code 23 specifically refers to taxi stands. So that's weird. You think they had Astroglide baby oil down to the taxi house?
Oh no, they did not baby oil.
So what did you get at you when you was going live? You was up in the violation? No, because I'm not in bed with nobody. Oh, I don't know who. Because this sounds like both sides are getting different media people, press, in bed with them and being messy to push certain narratives. At least I'm making the bedroom as if I'm making somebody. Okay, listen, we gotta be.
Oh, child, not the bedroom, not selling booty. Oh, no.
Now we know that there's an issue with juror number 6 as well. Well, no, juror number 7. Juror number 6 is gone. Right, juror number 7. Right. So could it have been that juror number 6 has been replaced by a white man who's 52? Yeah. So we got.
Oh yes, right. See.
Juror number 6 is actually.
Okay, so now they didn't lost another that juror. He was an African American male, and the one that they replaced is the new juror that's 52. He's a Caucasian male. So I know that the defense was not happy about that, but the man, unfortunately he lied. So he had to be removed.
Juror number 7 is going to be discussed at the end of today's court proceedings. Whether or not that's going to be discussed in front of us is yet to be determined. But the judge said, as he dismissed us temporarily for this short break, that the buck stops with Agnifilio and Comey. Because here's the thing what I like about this judge. He's fair across the board. He was in the prosecution's ass and he was in the defense. He wasn't playing with nobody, no Diddy. Right. He told both of them, you guys are both under investigation. If this happens again, everyone is on notice. And you guys will be held accountable. And you guys will have to go through testimony and give up your phones and devices because somebody in here is lying. Right. But see, here's the thing. We know that the Southern District of New York has a history of jury
That's right, Eagles.
When it comes to jury selection. So I wish that militancy and issue.
Eagles says it's always a leak somewhere, especially in cases like this. And you have to be honest. Both sides could have leaked it. Right. That's what I was thinking that too. Probably both sides. You don't know. One gave a little bit and the other got, you know, this case is out of control. It's probably all that oil and Astroglide causing people to slide out of their moral and legal compass.
To get to the bottom of it, would have had that same energy when it came to removing one of 2 black men who were on the jury. Especially now that we know that juror number 6 is being replaced with a 52-year-old white man. And
that's not.
I've never during this whole trial, I haven't seen this judge be this upset like this and be this militant until today. Like, you know, and I don't even go live out here. He was not fucking around today. No, you don't. So let's hope nobody crazy hops on. No, nobody will. You know, whenever you go live, somebody crazy hops out of the bushes. Yes. Okay, James. Thank you, boo. Let me see what's going on.
James over there looking good. Shout out to James. Eagles, drop Armon's channel down in here. Shout out to Armon Wiggins. He's bringing the tea. And shout out to Duchess Kelly Love for the intro. Armon Wiggins.
What did you think about that? What is 23C? Oh, you can't talk about 23C? Were you able to look at that? Oh, okay. That's the violation, the code. 23C, yeah. What is the rule? Do you know it?
I think it's the gag order.
Okay. I'll come in a second. Let me get over here to Queen real quick. I'm gonna pop you on. Oh, you cool. So, what did you make of that today?
Honey, I was shocked. I didn't know what we were walking into because I actually thought.
Can you hold it right here while we do this? Or
sure.
Okay, go ahead, Queen. Put this on real quick.
Sure.
Y'all know Queen, I'm there. This is my girl. She been having. Help me out. So you can tell us what you thought, because I'm out there today. Come on.
Okay, so I was shocked because first of all, I knew they were going to address what happened with juror number 6 as far as the rest of the jury, how they responded to it. You know, what was their reaction, and they were basically told not to say anything about it and not to discuss it amongst themselves. But when the judge got on there looking stern, and then he called out Agnifilio and he called out Comey and asked them what's going on, who's telling the information. Privileged information has been been exposed. There's an article. This information was sealed, and nobody was supposed to say anything. And both parties said they didn't know who did it, that they checked with their teams, and their teams didn't divulge the information. He said somebody's lying.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
What do you think the article was?
Ooh, honey, that's what I want to know.
Because here's the thing, somebody around here is being messy, and I think both sides are planting little seeds in the media, and they're trying to tamper with the jury. Because let's be honest, we know these jurors are looking at what's going on online. You can say not to, but hey, if I can say, here's this information, get this out to the public, get this out to the public, then perhaps that might be able to still sway a jury.
Exactly.
And I think that's what the judge is basically saying. Y'all are trying to sway this case one way or another, but it wasn't clear on which side he felt like was trying to sway it.
Well, we do know this. We do know that the prosecution has leaked some information. The feds. We do know that.
Ooh, then why they ain't okay? Well, if the I heard that if on the prosecution side, Kumo's daughter's people dropping information, it needs to be a mistrial. You already got R. Kelly over there saying that the feds want him unalive, that they trying to ill him off, and he trying to get a pardon. He trying to get a pardon from Donald Trump because he was treated unfairly. Lord, if they let that man out, look, I know for a fact, I bet you that they're looking with the amount of evidence that is against Puff Daddy. I know for a fact that that they looking for a way to end up with a mistrial or get this thrown out. I don't know. I smell a mistrial.
It has been reported. Let me say alleged, but they have reported. I believe it was the New York Post said that an agent spoke to them anonymously about what was confiscated in the raids. Then they came back and said that an agent spoke to them anonymously about those freak-off tapes.
Ooh.
And said that the agent told them they couldn't substantiate whether or not it was consensual or not. And that was before the trial even started.
Ooh. Wait.
I think whatever was leaked likely had something to do with how and why juror number 6 was removed.
I was thinking that too.
I did read an article about it, but I didn't pay no attention.
Did they ask like what publication it was? And they were saying that everybody was acting like they didn't know what was going on. I'm just letting y'all know this right now. The judge is not playing. I've never seen him this stern. For me to be out here in a pink shirt live like this in the middle of the rain, you know it's a lot going on.
It absolutely is.
Thank you, Queen. I'm gonna get about your hair. So we're gonna take it back. The girls are getting clocked, they're getting scolded, and they're getting in trouble. So, something like today, I need a bell. Well, I mean, that'd be good for us. You know what I'm saying? It'd be good for us. Could you imagine we get to go through their phones and see what media they're talking to, what kinds of they're talking to?
Ooh, that would be some tea.
Everybody would be subpoenaed.
Ooh.
Everybody's information would have to get out. Wouldn't that? I'd have to stay another week, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be some tea?
Yes, let Armon stay down there. Y'all donate to Armon.
The messy in me wants that to happen because, girl, could you imagine us being able to get the information out of these people's phone? So, I don't know. I'll keep you guys up.
All right, y'all. Armon and brought the tea. Look, I love you guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe to Armon Wiggins. Support Black YouTube media. I'll give y'all a few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and end the live.
And what publications the prosecution and the defense has been in bed with? Wouldn't that be some tea?
That would absolutely be some
And
tea.
wouldn't you be here for that?
I absolutely would.
We will all be here for that, Armon.
I'd stay 2 weeks just to find out.
She is such a key. Let me tell you something. She is one of my favorite people here because she's a cackle, okay? You want to talk about a key? That lady back there is a hoot, okay? So it's a lot going on. Did you get the updates? How the judge went off today? Because there was an article that came out that violated the gas.